Hello, Yana Webb here, and welcome back to your piano tutorials. This is going to be part 2 of the part 1 of If I Ain't Got You. What we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the left and right hand chords for the first part of the verse where she goes, some people live for the fortune, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go through this very slowly, and as always, please take your time. I'm going to break it down into left hand separately, right hand separately, and I will teach how to do them both together. Please take the time to just come back to this video and just break it up into small bits if it starts to get too overwhelming. If you do enjoy this video, please like and comment and share. If you are looking forward to future videos, please hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you in the future videos going from here. So again, I'm not going to go too much into the basics of learning piano. If you are a complete beginner, I invite you to watch my video on the basics of how to navigate through the piano, and you can always come back to this video and start from there. So what's going to happen is I'm going to show you the part where she goes, some people live for the fortune, some people live just for the fame, some people live for the power, some people live just to play the game. I think that's how the the lyrics go, but you guys get the idea where we're going to start. So what's going to sound like, it's going to sound like this once we're done. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da da da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. So all it really is just when she sings some people live for the fortune, some people live for the fame. When she sings the second part, some people live for the power, some people just play the game. It's really just the same thing, you know, in terms of just the chords themselves repeating. So this shouldn't be nearly as long as the previous video I've done where I went over the intro. So let me just show you from the very beginning. So as far as fingering, I'm going to be a little bit more liberal with that. You can choose whatever fingering that you like, or you can just choose the ones that I do. So for reference, this is middle C here, and then an octave below that is the C, where we're going to start for the, let me see something. Actually, we'll do it this way. We'll start with, so here's middle C, right? The note that we're going to start with, we're going to start with the left hand. We're going to start with our thumb on the D that is below middle C. That will be our starting point. Then we're going to go to G with our fifth finger. And then what's going to happen is our fourth finger is going to go to the black key just above G, which is going to be, it's called G sharp, or it's also called A flat. So we'll have our fourth finger here, right? And then we're going to do another walk up, 1/2 step up to A. And then we're going to find our way back to our thumb on G. So it's going to go like this. Bum, D. Did I say G? I meant to say D. So it's going to be D, G. Then we're going to have our fourth finger go to G sharp, which is just the black key that's a 1/2 step above. Then we do another 1/2 step, which lands our third finger on A. Then we're going to go back up to D with our thumb. So, ba-bum, some people live for the fortune. Na-na. Some people live just for the fame. And you're going to literally do the same thing for the next part. Some people live for the power, yeah, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. I'm probably messing up the lyrics. I really don't care. The point is to learn it on keys. The keys and the chords are what matters. So that's the bass line for the left hand, right? Now, again, take your time with it. If you want to practice it for a little bit and then come back to this video, we can do that, right? So what's going to happen is, now the right hand really only plays like 3 chords, but the left hand is going to do a little bit more moving around when the right hand kind of stays in place in some parts. So the first chord that the right hand is going to play, again, this is the reference point. This is middle C, right? So the right hand is going to start with its one finger on the G that is under middle C, right? That's going to be our starting point. So we're going to play actual chords this time. If you remember the intro, we broke up the chords into arpeggios, arpeggiated pattern. But now what we're going to do is we're going to play whatever chord that we're playing, we're going to play all 3 notes at the same time. So the thumb is going to be on G, our third finger is going to be on middle C, and our fifth finger is going to be on E as an A. We're going to play all 3 notes at the same time. That's going to be the first chord that we're going to play. And then very carefully, the next chord we're going to play is going to be, our thumb is going to go to G flat, our third finger is going to go to B as in boy, and our fifth finger is going to go to D as in dog. Right? So if you play those 2 chords at the same time, G, C, E. And then we're going to go to G flat, B, D. Right? Now the next part is actually quite easy because the third and fifth finger, so we're playing B and D here, right? We're going to keep those where they are. We're going to swap out our thumb from G flat, and we're going to use our 2 finger to play A flat, and we're going to keep these 2 where they are, right? And then what's going to happen is we have A flat, B and D, and then for the third chord, we're going to go back to the first chord, right? So it just happens, they just happen to be the same chord. We're going to have thumb on G, third finger on C, and then fifth finger on E, right? And then we're going to play the same chord again. So the way you play it from the beginning is going to go, so this chord G, C, E, and then G flat, B, D. Some people live for, and then 2 finger goes to A flat, and then the third and fifth finger stay where they are. For the fortune, right? And then we're going to go back to what would be the first chord, G, C, E. Some people live just for the fame. So it's the same chord, but the left hand's going to change. So you'll kind of see how that works. And it's the same thing. Bum, bum. Some people live for the power, yeah, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. And then if you want to add some pizzazz to it at the end, you can do the bum, 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 right? So it's just the same chord, you know, G, C, E. You're going to play it 4 times. Bum, 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 bum. So it will go, some people live just to play the game. Bum, 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 bum. So you can, you know, choose to do that if you want to, kind of give it some character. Now, again, please take some time just breaking it up. You know, just be patient with yourself. There's no rush in learning this song. So once you've gotten the right hand, now we can start putting them both together. So what's going to happen is the starting point, remember, reference point once again is middle C. We're going to have our thumb for our left hand on D. Our right hand is going to start with its thumb on G, which is only 4 keys apart from each other. So it's going to be G, C, E. So 1, 3, 5, G, C, E. Left hand thumb on G. That's going to be the first chord. And the way it's played in the song, this is actually a very quick chord because it just kind of goes bum, bum, right? So, but I wouldn't worry too much about that for now. Just worry about learning it. So, boom. Then when the left hand goes to G with its fifth finger, the right hand's going to go to that G flat B D chord, right? Then what's going to happen is both the left and right hand are going to go to A flat. Well, I said G sharp, you know, before, but it's both G sharp and A flat are the same chord, right? So they'll both go to A flat at the same time, where the left hand, fourth hand is going to go to A flat. The right hand is going to swap that 2 finger from 1 finger over to A flat. And then remember, it's going to be A flat, B, D, right? So if we're starting from the beginning, it's going to sound like this. And then A flat on the left hand, A flat, B, D on the right hand. Then what's going to happen on the third chord, you're going to have your left hand third finger on A, and your right hand's going to go back to that G, C, E chord, right? Then, when your right hand plays it a second time, the left hand is going to move from A to D with his thumb. So, when you loop that whole thing, it goes, some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame, right? And then you're going to literally just loop it the same way. Bum, bum. Some people live for the power, yeah, yeah. Da, 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 da. And then remember, if you want to add that little pizzazz at the end, you can just play this 4 times along with the left hand playing D 4 times. You know. So now you have, some people live for the fortune. Dun, dun. Some people live just for the fame. Da, 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 ba, ba. Some people live for the power. Yeah, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Ba, 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 ba. So that's pretty much how the first part of that verse goes. And then what I will do for the next video is I will show you the part where it goes ba, da, 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 but that'll be for a different video. So if you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to check out my full online piano course for beginners. If you want to really take your piano playing to the next level, and especially if you are a bare beginner, and if you want to start kind of building the tools that you need to learn more songs like these. In my course, I go over how to navigate through the piano. You'll get to learn your scales. You'll get to learn how to play with both hands together. You'll get to learn how to play in different keys and all the tools for that. You'll get some printable sheet music. You'll also get to learn the theory behind how to play different types of chords that are used in pop and jazz and all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more about that course, if you're on YouTube, there should be a link in the description box of this video. If you're on Facebook, it should be in the description box above or below the video. And if you're on Instagram, it is the link in the description box of my profile page. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you in part 3 of this cover tutorial. Thanks for watching.